Right. This is definitely a bad scene when you start looking at slippers. If you've ever gone down Slipper Alley, it's almost ridiculous beyond. Oh my gosh, look at the YouTube. It's a, I've never seen a slip. Never seen a slipper like this in my life. It's beyond. I did a search for men and women. The combo slipper either can fit into it. I've never seen that before. Now next. All right, come on. We have real slippers, real slippers on this page. But really, slippers are important, and you can say straight away, I need these. Keep my feet warm. They look like they will, don't they? They look like they'll keep your feet warm. That's what it's all about, is keeping the feet warm. I have a lot of doggies at home tonight, so they might growl through. Yeah, so the whole thing about slippers, don't forget them. They are an essential. And it's almost like, don't buy this style. I'm not it's not something for the office, because you're going to get too cold. You're just going to get too cold. It's just the way it goes. Our feet get cold. I often wear two pair of socks. It's that type of a problem. Anyway, these are okay, but then your heel is exposed, and then your Achilles tendon, and then your ankle, and then you get up, and it's all creaky, and it's like, no, you want to stay warm. Just like in the old days, like if you ever took dance, you put leg warmers on, when you get up again, you don't want your body to be stone cold, because then you can even injure yourself. Getting up out of your chair to go to the printer or something. I tripped and fell. And broke my leg going to the printer. So yeah, going closed. These are pretty much okay. Yeah, going closed. I don't know why that one really got me. It just made me laugh so hard I couldn't believe it. I mean, of course you can do boots. I do. I have boots. I even bought. I have two pair of the same type, because I'm a terrible shoe shopper. And these particular boots, they're nothing great, but they do keep me warm. And but the problem with boots is that you see that flat sole. It doesn't bend, and so there it is. It's that flat. It's kind of going heel toe, heel toe. Uh, and if you want to like put that up on your ottoman, because you got your ottoman there, you rest your feet. I don't know. It's just not as cozy, is it, to go with boots? Um, when you have that really like hard rubber sole like that. Somehow this style is a little better, but it doesn't cover up your ankles. So yeah, so I'm trying to look for some kind of an elf boot. Ooh, look at these ones. Well, these are women's, and men can wear them too. I don't know what they're doing with this. I think men can wear those. But anyway, it says women's fuzzy memory foam. Now that sounds soft, and that sounds like it's a booty slipper, and it's covering you up. That looks pretty cool. That would be my choice, because it's getting up to the ankle, it's getting up to the lower calf, and that looks pretty cute as well. And hopefully that lining is all throughout in the interior of them. You know what I mean? There was a pretty green pair there, and that's like, hey, I want to, it's almost like you're trying to fit into the furniture and the decor, and wear those like you're in a magazine. If and you're not really in a magazine, you're in life, and because of that, your house better be cranking with the heat, because otherwise you're going to get cold in those. They're very nice shoes, but in most climates they're not going to work unless it's springtime or fall. But anyway, those are pretty nice. However, not for winter, and we're heading into winter right now. Those are memory foamers. Yeah, crank on the heat. I've been looking at electric blankets. I've been looking at electric booties. Yes, these are electric also. Um, and there are even some out here that are crocheted. You can find crocheted ones. These are kind of okay. I'm not going gun ho for them either. There's this standard booty style. I'm really thinking the slipper boots. So if you can, think about that, go get yourself some slipper boots so you're not cold at these computers. This computer lifestyle. Yeah, and well, there's your socks. These are okay, but then again, it's not the ankle. They're a nice slough around shoe, but around the house, but it's not getting your ankle. So and I don't know, I didn't really like the Cubas that much, but now everybody swears by these. I don't know. I'm not for lounging around at the computer. I don't know. It doesn't look like the right shoe for it. It's almost like you got to think about where you are. You're at the computer, and you're in your house. I know somebody says, "Oh, I love those." Yeah, it's how warm your house is with those ones. So, what else did we get out of the booty scene? There was some other ones that I'm gonna try and find again. I don't know if they'll let me. There's like these those are so silly. They are never gonna keep your feet warm. Your whole arch is exposed. I mean, sorry, your in. Yeah, well, what is that part of the instep? I think. No, it's not the instep. The under. Yeah, I think the arch is on top and the instep is under. The top of your foot is exposed. Then your Achilles. All of this is all exposed. That's no good. Gotta go a better way. I had some in here earlier, and they were they're not going to show now, are they? They're not going to come up. Okay, now anything that's a puffy, those are great. A puffy. I know I'm supposed to show you the exact ones on these shows, so you don't have to shop too hard. These ones are worth these are $150 ones if you want to spend a lot. But same applies, the exact same. It's about, are you going to be warm enough? And somebody said, well, no, maybe. Well, you can wear these. You can wear puffy wuffies. There's not a problem there. It's not in. It's your house. You're in your house. You can walk around whatever type of funny puffy shoes you want. You have your freedom. It's your home office. Your remote or whatever. You're remote. You're not a traveling nomad so much, but you're remote. Or digital nomad, they call them. Yeah, this style is probably okay. I don't know. But there they are. Okay, so here these are they're handmade. They're crochet. I actually should do more of the handmade style ones because I think there's a lot in the handmade items out there. Now somebody actually did crochet these. So when it says handmade, they literally are. Um, that's a lot of getting in there with those knitting tongs, but they're actually probably really warm. I'm not sure what the bottom of them are going to be, but they're extremely silly. And if you are the type that has to have silly in your life, then these are them. They do charge a lot for delivery. It's not prime delivery, so yeah. And I just still would wonder, like, where are these people crocheting these? And do we need to look at your sweatshop? And yeah, I know. It did look like it, huh? A little bit. Now, I did like these. These are the Ubaris. These are very cheap. They're only $14. I'm not sure what the inside is, though. I'm not getting a straight on them, on their insides. But these are pretty good ones, that Ubari. So I don't know. I like these ones or the fuzzy boots. And you know, they, for some reason they don't want to tell. They're saying that's the bottom. Surface fleece, wave point, whatever. But yeah, I'm not getting an exact. But they look like they would keep you pretty warm. And it does come in a lot of different colors. So these are kind of, hey, I don't want to spend $50. I want to spend $150. And so if you're looking for cheap shoes, but I can't vouch for them as far as like their width, if they're going to be too tight. It looks like it's a regular Velcro attachment there. Which is another thought, that's easier to get in and out of, and it also is for the wider foot or wider ankle or whatever. But I'm a little suspect that they're going to be too narrow for most people. So anyway, I just figured I would share that because I was laughing so hard at those slippers. I just thought they were ridiculous. My gosh. Well, this is what happens when you try and find a slipper that is men's and women's. Now see, here's a classic, a chunky hand crocheted wool bootie. These are super and they're very warm. But look at that, $109 for that one. So may give you an idea to try and make it yourself. That's possible too. I mean, you can buy the crochet things, make it your own on your own time. Yeah, booties, man, booties. And these are extremely expensive, so I have a feeling people aren't just wearing these around the house. So yay! I hope I gave you some funny ideas there. Yeah, as soon as you put men and women's together, that just turned almost ridiculous beyond. Let's look for the most expensive. And sometimes when you look for the most expensive, you almost get a clue of how they're headed. Oh, darn it. It's already 14 minutes, isn't it? Yeah, like what's there going to be their offer? Their final, these are booties? No, you guys got it wrong. They have to be slipper booties. Oh, they got me in the snow. Okay, no. Has to be slipper booties. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Women's. Easy. So you can look up slipper booties men's and slipper booties women's. Maybe that's the key, the ticket. Yeah, there's a lot more choice here. And Yoba. God dang it. Okay. There you go. There's that same one again. So this one has returned that slipper booty. As long as it's got kind of a plushy, a fleece. Here's a warm, curly fur booty. It comes in all these colors. That's a good one also. So I'm really liking this one and that one. You know, you got to be kind of chic in your office, and yet you don't want to look like a granny and or a grandpa. Even if you are, you want to be chic. This is kind of cool. It's on the verge of not being chic, but they are kind of nice ones. It is cashmere though, and it's fake cashmere, so they're probably very soft. Yeah, anything that has the deer foam. Deer foams are typically softer. Golly, I rarely laugh, and those shoes just did it for me. They did it. Gosh dang it, they were funny ones. And these ones, the people are saying, hey, I'm wearing these to the store. They are kind of cute, aren't they? Those are beautiful. Little cutie ones. Now, they have the harder sole. So, that's a consideration. All right. I know. All the things here on Amazon, there's the clothes, there's the, when I'm thinking about all this office stuff, it's going to end up being a lot of electronics. I don't know why my nose got so red. That was from laughing, crying and laughing at the same time. I guess so. That happens. Yeah, some of these are not very pretty. And then they say, well, I can make like lists or something, and I've done that, that was such a drudge chore. You cannot even believe it. To set up like, look at these booties and those booties and make my own little booty grid or something. Because whatever I'm saying is what I'm saying. Maybe you like these. Maybe those are like your favorite, and I wouldn't have included them. Maybe those Sonoma lavender microwavable ones are your favorites. You know what I'm saying? And you would have missed out. So I don't want you to miss out. Yay. And look, I guess and it says pics from the influencers, and they said that I'm not an influencer. So, and here I'm already picking what they picked. Isn't that incredible? I don't know, man. I don't think I'll ever get influencer status. Oh, I don't think so ever. And then there's also these. You can just go with the slipper socks. And they literally are socks. But be careful and make sure that the bottom of them have some kind of a grip so you don't get up and go slip, because they literally are socks. It says non-slip grippers. Yeah, so this one does agree with it. So if you think that you can handle walking around in socks, those are going to be pretty warm ones. And those are only $7. So if you're on a super budget and you can't even afford slippers, that would be the way to go. Anyway, they did have a good selection actually, and yeah, these are kind of cute. I'm not going to give them a they just are going to be stiff. Anything that I already know, I've already purchased this style of cheapo shoes before, and these soles are always so stiff, so just be careful with getting a sole too stiff. you know, it has to bend still, be flexible. And then these are classic. These ones here, just the give me the booty slipper. This is what your grandmother is saying. I want that one. I want that one. No more, no less. They're just not that warm. So they sold these for years and years and years. This style and everything. They're just not that warm. It says it's fleece. But the old ones, they were not. They were not made that warm. That faux fuzzy foo-foo. Whoa. And like these are just darling. Like I said, you could wear those. Gosh, you could wear those to a ballet or something. Those are really cute. But they are going to have stiffer soles. Anyway, more for outdoors. Yeah, back to the desk, back to thinking about it. Yeah, it's all going to be this style, isn't it? Sitting at the desk. Anyway, I hope that was entertaining this evening. Hope you enjoyed my laugh cry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are good ones. These are good except for that sole. My gosh, what have they done to it? And somebody likes this because yes, it's easy to just slip them on. There they go. Duh. And you're in. Those are nice. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna leave you this evening. That's it. The slipper, don't forget your slippers. I may be done with this site in about a week. I don't know. I'm kind of tired already, and really the only thing that's the most important for that home office is going to end up being electronic, isn't it? It's going to be all those electronic-y gadgets. A little bit, there's drapery, hey, my windows, and maybe a sideboard, a piece of furniture, to hold some shelving. But really, when it comes down to it, it's going to be electronic, more which computer, etc., etc. Anyway, here's some more pretty shoes. These are just the cable knit style. Yeah, well, there you go. I'm going to leave you on this page, I think. I think this is the best page so far that I found.